everyone. Today we shall construction of the SCR. So I have already done the construction part for you. SCR. This is the PN junction. P is the first layer, N is the second layer, P is the third layer, and N plus is the fourth layer. You can see that. And so the total device is a 4 layer 3 junction. So suppose I consider this as anode, where it is P plus, and the other P minus I'll consider it as gate, and the N plus as the cathode. I can denote it symbolically in this way, that is anode on the top, cathode at the bottom, and gate, there is an additional gate terminal between anode and cathode. So basically there are three junctions, J1, J2 and J3. This is let us consider the construction and cross-sectional view of the SCR. The upper P plus, that is where the anode is connected, is highly doped. This is highly doped. I'll choose a different color. Yes, this is highly doped, and the N minus, this is called as the drift layer. This is the drift layer, which is lightly doped. This is lightly doped. And P, where the gate is connected, this is moderately doped, and N plus is heavily doped. It's heavily doped. So the first layer is heavily doped, the second layer is lightly doped, the third layer is moderately doped, and the fourth layer is heavily doped. So if we see that when there is a PN junction, when there are three junctions here, there are three junctions, so definitely there is a minority carrier device. Minority carrier device because when there is a PN junction, contribution of both the holes and the electrons contribute to the conduction. That's why it is called as the minority carrier. In a majority carrier device, it is either only hole or only electron which becomes the major carrier device. So if it is combination of holes and electrons, it becomes a minority carrier device. So since the layer 2 is a drift layer is a contributor for modulation conduction. Since it is lightly doped, definitely it will help the electrons and the holes to enter into that lightly doped area for the recombination, and hence it will help for the resistance goes reduced. The on state resistance reduces, and therefore this layer helps for modulation conduction. That is, conduction is modulated because since it is lightly doped, more number of electrons and holes will have the space to exchange. Okay, so anode and cathodes are lightly doped, gate is moderately doped, and drift layer is lightly doped. So we can see that SCR can be visualized as a NPN transistor because there is P on the top, N, P, N. So I can denote this as a PNP transistor like this, PNP transistor, or and from P, N, this can be visualized as a P